Let me tell Dr. Bose that whenever I get an opportunity to be with younger minds, I wouldn't want to say young minds because when you say young minds, then you automatically assume that you're very old. I don't think I'm very old. So, younger minds, I think, is a great opportunity and it excites me tremendously because the energy, enthusiasm, and capability that I see in India's young generation, I can proudly say, probably is not housed in any demographic capability across the rest of the world. So a warm congratulations and round of applause to all of you sitting here today. You are the ones who are going to lead India in the days to come. You have a nation behind you that is rooting for you because in your capability and in your hands lies the destiny of Mahabharata. Now that is a huge responsibility on young shoulders. But I'm quite amazed with what I have seen today in the short time that I've spent with Dr. Bose and Dr. Bora, visiting many of the showcase products and technologies over the last half an hour within our institution. And it really excites me to be here for what is our annual Tech Fest, Asia. Now, Asia in Sanskrit, my young friends, means exploration. And exploration is the essence of our Bharat's DNA. Not vested in you today in 2025 alone, but vested in the 1,000 to 2,000 year old history of India. She as a nation has always been a contributor to the world. She as a nation has always been a unifier of the world. And if you go back in history to the days when we explored the mysteries of numbers and Aryabhatta invented the zero, to the days when we used to gaze at the skies and our age-old astronomers had mapped out the skies, to the days of medical science, when we had mastered the art of surgery, to days when the fountains of knowledge which were first established in the world were established in no other country but India, the institutions of Nalanda and Takshila, where knowledge seekers across the world, from Europe to China to the Americas, would come like magnets to these institutions. Dr. Bose talked about my experience at Harvard. And the Widener Library is supposed to be one of the largest libraries in the world at Harvard. But it pales in significance to the age-old libraries of our Nalanda, which were present thousands of years ago. So that, my young friends, is the capability that is housed in your DNA. All we need to do is to be able to spark that. And that spark, that चिंगारी ज्वालामुखी में परिवर्तित होके पूरे विश्व में रोशनी फैलाने की क्षमता मेरे नौजवानों में है, जो आज मेरे सामने बैठे हुए हैं। I was telling Dr. Bose that it's a wonderful auditorium that has been built here. From an engineering standpoint, from an audio standpoint. And our festival, our Tech Fest Asia, is a Tech Fest within our institution. But let me be very clear here, that this Tech Fest has the capability of changing destinies of people across the world. It is our launch pad for curiosity. It is our launch pad for exploration. It is our launch pad to enact bold dreams. And whilst growing up, the age of this little student here, Nivisha, many, many moons ago, I used to watch a series called Star Trek. Captain Jean-Luc Picard, his famous line was, to boldly go where no man has gone before. And that, my young friends, is your task today. Now, this Tech Fest has had many hallmark attendees. I believe last year you had Sam Altman, CEO of OpenAI. And what does this tell us? This tells us that India has arrived, and India has arrived through people like you. Today, it is institutions like this from where new ideas are emanating. From your classrooms, from your labs. And artificial intelligence, AI, is that new mantra that has the capability of transforming the world. Very much like the Industrial Revolution did 125 years ago. The IT revolution did 40 years ago. Today it is the turn of the AI revolution. It is the age of AI. But remember, AI is also like fire. It has the ability to cook your meal, but it also has the ability to burn your house. And therefore, the task before us is not just to build AI, but to build responsible AI. And to that end, I really believe that India's mission is to build AI for all, to build responsible AI. We are building in India AI that can enhance human lives. We are in India applying AI to concepts like healthcare, education, governance, agriculture. We are creating one of the world's largest talent pools. We are creating our own LLMs, our large language models, to reflect our diversity. Because the diversity that India espouses probably is the diversity that no other country in the world can boast to have. And within that cosmos, it is IIIT Delhi in collaboration with DOT that is looking at concepts like trustworthy and responsible AI systems that need to be built. So AI for me is not only artificial intelligence. AI for me is aspirational India. And this institution is the place where that aspiration meets action. And therefore, we are not building AI to dominate. We are building AI to elevate. We are elevating to ensure that the future of this technology is not just for some, but it is good for all. Today, technology has become all-pervasive. It's not only something that is in our labs and in our classrooms, but it's in your hands, on your Instagram, on your reels. Naisha is the first Indian movie that has been made all through generative AI tools. Today, even Bollywood songs are made with the same technology. But AI has also gone a long, long way, solving farmers' problems through Kisani Mitra chatbots. My own ministry using AI to ensure that we stop cybercrime. Our tools that we have developed, like Astra, where 82 lakh WhatsApp accounts have been blocked through AI facial recognition. Our software called Kayor, International Outroaming Calling Registry, where incoming calls, spoofed calls that were blocked were close to 1.35 crore a day. That capability today is housed in this technology. And therefore, even within IIIT Delhi, your 5G research lab, your Virocom labs, your Center of Excellences, you're not just studying technology. You're inventing it, you're testing it, and you're reimagining it. And therefore, the government today, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, our ministry, is working with each one of you, thousands of you across multiple institutions, not as regulators, but as facilitators. Our Technology Development Fund, today our TTDF, has contributed to close to 120 projects with a corpus of over 500 crores. All the way from 5G technology to 6G technology to terahertz to quantum computing to IoT, across the board, all technologies. And therefore, I believe that the next generation time is here. We must become the global leader in 6G. It is our resolve that we must contribute at least 10% of all patents within ITU and 3GPP for 6G technology. And many of you are going to be those sages that are going to contribute to that effort. In ancient India, our sages would say, Aishya Jnanam Vardate, Aishyam Bharatam Vardate. And what does that mean? Exploration expands knowledge. And it's only through knowledge that Bharat will truly rise. So what you have started here, Dr. Bose, and the organizers of this wonderful Tech Fest, is the need, the foundation of Bharat's rise from our journey, from our Amrit Kal, 75 years of our independence, from 2022 to our Shatabdi Kal, 2047, when Bharat Mata turns 100, we need to be the Vishwa Guru of the world, and that must be our resolve. That today is what we commit ourselves to. But the question we have for ourselves is, how do we make that possible? Now that can't be done by government alone. That can't be done through funding sources alone. That is impossible until our Amrit Piri, i.e., the young men and women seated before me today, rise to the occasion. It is within you that ingenuity is housed, that entrepreneurism is housed, that innovation is housed, and that capability is housed. All we need to do is open up the gateways to allow you to flourish and allow your light to shine on India and shine on the world. So I have 3 pieces of advice for you. It's not something that your professors may be telling you, but it's 3 vignettes or 3 mantras that I've gathered through years of education and years of experience in the outside world. 1, be bold. Move out of your comfort zone. Experiment. Try something you've not tried before. अगर कोई चीज कठिन दिखे तो उसे अपनाओ. Why? Never be scared of failure. It is through failing that you will rise like a metaphor into the sky. I had the good fortune of being taught at Stanford Business School by one of the founders of Intel. How many of you have heard of Intel? Okay, good. His name was Andy Grove. Unfortunately, he's no more with us. But on the last day of our class, and our class at Stanford used to be classes of 40 or 50, we had a whiteboard like this. And he walked into class and he said to us, he said, I've got nothing to say to you guys today. I wish you all the best as you go into the world. Whatever career you may choose. I have only 2 sentences that I have written on this whiteboard, and we used to have those whiteboards that one would fold over the other. I don't know what system you guys have in your classes. So I've hidden it behind the first whiteboard. One of you come up and raise the whiteboard, and remember, just keep these 2 sentences in mind for the rest of your lives. And he left the classroom. So one of us in this first row got up and raised the whiteboard, and there were 2 sentences there. The first sentence read, "The only constant in the world is change." And what does that mean? सफलता के शिखर पे भी पहुंचने के बाद never rest on your laurels, because change is right behind you. And the second sentence was even more prolific, and I live with that every day. 4 words. What were those words? Only the paranoid survive. So be paranoid. So my first advice to you, be bold. My second, stay rooted. Think global, but the effect must start from local. And my third advice for you is build for Bharat. Today, our country has the capability to lead the world. Going back in our history, we've never been a country that has raised war on any other country. We've always believed in peaceful coexistence. Jiyo aur jeene do. We've always believed in Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The whole world is one family. We've always believed in the upliftment of not only India but the world. And there are many examples of that through history. But it's extremely important in this day and age to ensure that we build for India to lead the world in these difficult times. And therefore, when we talk about Asia, and when I said that Asia in Sanskrit means exploration, I want you all to explore. I want you all to broaden your minds. I want you all to deepen your minds. There's always this constant conflict within education. There are minds, vessels to be filled with facts, or are they systems to be stretched with perception? And I believe more in the latter than the former. Many of you will pursue a degree abroad. Many of you may intend to work abroad. But always remember, come back to your motherland. Contribute with the knowledge that you have acquired, with the networks that you have acquired, and come back with ambition. The brain drain that India went through 40 years ago today is being converted into a brain gain, because the opportunity for the next 100 years across the world only lies in India, ladies and gentlemen. And therefore today, I want to exhort you all. Move forward with an exhilarating pace. Because behind each one of you lies the dream of 1.4 billion Indians. Lies the capability of the country standing right behind you. And so I urge you to light the fire of innovation. Carry forward the spirit of Asia to explore, to build, to dream. Create an India that is a leader and not a follower. Create an India that is not an imitator but an innovator.